Hello there, my name is Meagan. I like to sim things. This is kind of weird for a first video, I guess. But, hi, I'm Meagan. This is, my Planet Coaster Park. I'm very, excited to get started. Basically, I spend all my time, playing simulation games, so I figured I might as well record it, because otherwise I'm just creating all these things for little pixelated people and nobody else ever gets to see them except maybe my husband, and he's really not that into it. So, yeah. So right now I'm starting out by laying down all of the pathing, or at least some of the pathing for the beginning, the main area, the opening area, the plaza. I should probably not, here I am trying to figure out, trying to do some tricks that I saw on YouTube. That's like 90% of my content is me trying to do things I saw better players do and sucking at it. So I'm trying to round out the path there. It didn't really work, so I just gave up. The shape of the park is vaguely based on Disneyland, because when I think theme park, I think Disneyland, and I'm actually from I'm not from Los Angeles. I moved here like 10 years ago, and we've had season passes for Disney about every other year that we've lived here. So basically, this is kind of like the main gate, and they start out with like a little, once you get through the main gate, they have a little opening area, and then you go underneath the train station, and there's a big open, well, it's not square because it's round. What do you call a round square? I don't know. There's a big open area right after that where there's some shops and stuff. So that's what I was going for. I didn't quite do it like Disney, which is, see, here I am trying to do the trick and it actually works. So I was very happy about that. Because I was like, oh no, did YouTube lie to me? No, they didn't, actually. So when you first come into Disneyland, there's this risen area right behind the gate that has like a nice flower bed with like a Mickey on it and a clock. The other thing is I'm just doing this from memory. I'm not actually looking up any reference photos because I don't know. This is Mackenzie Land. Mackenzie is my middle name, by the way. That's why it's named that. This is Mackenzie Land. This is not Disneyland. It's just vaguely based on Disneyland-ish, like my memories of Disneyland. So, I don't know, I don't know what the appeal would be for anyone else, but for me, it's very special. So, this episode is mostly me building the train station. I think it's all me building the train station, actually. And originally I was gonna go for kind of a Main Street station in Disneyland, look. But I just ended up making it castle-y instead, because all the stone pieces are castle pieces. So I was like, oh, I might as well put some turrets on here and just make it castle-y. So the plan is, like Disneyland, to have a train that goes around the outside of the park, all the way around. Cause I don't know, I really like that feature in Disneyland, and when I'm like really tired at the end of the day, or let's be honest, in the middle of the day, I really like to just get on the train and take a ride around, and they have really fun little like scenes on the edge of the path, so I'll probably try to do something like that. Here I am fighting with the pathing system. That's the other 20% of my content, is me fighting with the Planet Coaster pathing system. So I'm just like, yeah, I can't have two paths here, it's not gonna work. And then, it seems like the exits are always like the harder part. Probably because they're thicker, like you can't make them as thin, or maybe you can, I don't know. That's the thing, I'm not a pro Planet Coaster. Like, I've watched a bunch of Geekism, as my husband can attest. I've pretty much just watched hours and hours, and it's all I do when I'm not playing sim games is watch other people play sim games on the internet. And I tried to make the stairs not wonky, and I just couldn't do it, so I was like, well, derpy stairs, it's a feature. So, here I am trying to be smart and just copy parts over, so I don't have to do them all again. But you'll notice that I don't do that as much as I should. I'm not very pro. Like, that's kind of also going to be a theme here is, oh, I guess I should go over, like, my rules in quotation marks for this, this build, or this park, Mackenzie Park. Basically, I am building everything from scratch. Don't get excited. That doesn't mean that I'm not a pro builder, so I'm not going to be, like, assembling custom roofs and shit, probably, like, out of 1,000 art pieces and small wooden pieces. Like, I'm really not that good at this game, but I'm not gonna use any blueprints. That's the basic. I'm building everything up myself. I'm not throwing down anything that's pre-built. I wanted to make sure that the track was still, like it looked like it was resting on the thing, on the roof instead of, like, inside of it. Oh, and this one, I realized that the wall was, like, half a square, or not even, it was like, I wanted it to be there instead of the other way, so I tried selecting it all, but no, it would only go into the other, all the way into the other line. It wouldn't just go halfway, so I have to move it all by hand, which, was a huge pain in my butt. And, like, every time I think I can be clever about it, yeah, it turns out, I can't, and I just, I haven't played this game enough to know what I could be clever about, I guess. I'm more of a Sims 4 player, mostly, which I will also have a more traditional Let's Play of that, soon on this channel. This is just, I don't know, I watched I haven't even caught up completely with, Geekism, that's how much content he has, but, basically I just wanted to do exactly what he was doing and just build a park and share my thoughts about what I'm doing, because if I'm going to spend this amount of time building something, I want to share it with people. I don't just want to, be the crazy weirdo in my house alone, making insane amounts of detail on shit that little tiny fake people are gonna enjoy and nobody else. So yeah, here's where I decided, well, it's I need something to cover up the station struts there, so I'm like, well, I was gonna eventually, lead it into a castle, and I was gonna have a main street that was, like, Victorian themed, but I decided that since this is gonna be a castle, that it's just gonna go straight into the fantasy village, the fairy tale village, directly on the other side of the station. So, that's about the level of planning that you're dealing with here. So, yeah, this is not, I'm not pro, I'm not super, like, here's me just trying to align a freaking piece and I can't get, yeah, I'm not very good at this game, so I hope that, you enjoy watching someone try really hard, and really enjoy building, but maybe, like, they should get points for trying real hard, but not like super style points. But yeah, here I am embracing the castliness and then being like, oh no, that doesn't really work. So I gotta, yeah. Like a bunch of footage is just me being like, oh, that didn't really work. Better undo it all and redo it. So sorry if that frustrates you. It frustrates me too, because I actually, I gotta do this, and I gotta do it in real time. And I'm like, oh yeah, the ugly struts, gotta cover them up, but I gotta move it one back, because otherwise they'll clip with the stairs, and I don't like that. Don't like it. And, yeah, I'm trying to be fancy, trying to make it look cool. That's my deal. That's what I do. So, and here I am trying to copy it over again to save myself some time. Most of the time. And then I'm like, oh wait, I have this over on this side. I don't need to do that. What am I doing with my life? So, yeah, just, trying to fill it in so you don't see the station. I wanted the actual, like, platform to still be there and visible, 'Cause, like, you know, you gotta get on the platform and take the train. I don't know. Look, if you came here for logic, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Most of my decisions are just like, oh yeah, I should probably do a thing. So here I am trying to, like, fill in the gap, so you don't see the ugly train underneath or the train car parts. 'Cause this is a castle, you guys. No, it is. I'm making it very theme parky, and that's intentional. That's what I'm going for. And my plan is to make it kind of like discount Disney. I'm trying to fill in another gap, and I'm like, oh, all of this looks bad. Well, good enough. That's the theme of this build. Is good enough. And I actually picked the wrong castle arches originally. They don't quite line up, so I'm like, well, I guess that's just how life is. And then later I find the right ones, and I probably should have put the white edges, the white borders on there. Oh yeah, this is copying Disney. Disney has posters in the inside of the tunnel. And then I'm like, oh, I'll put the posters over here. Oh wait, I didn't put the interior of the tunnels yet. Because I'm a pro. Like that. But yeah, Disneyland is definitely my favorite theme park ever. Although I did not grow up in Southern California. I grew up in Northern California. I grew up close to Great America theme park was the one that I went to, I think, the most. Other than the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, I went to a lot. But, like, we can't really do... There's no, like, beach thing. And I really wanted to do, like... I know that the cool thing for everyone to do was, like, bespoke mom and pop parks. But, like, I don't know. That's not me. I'm an extra person. So I wanted to make an extra park. So... That's what I'm doing. I'm doing Discount Disney, which, you know, maybe doesn't serve me that well, but I'm being true to myself and my derp taste. So here I am putting in some turrets because it's super original. Oh boy, here we go. So I totally screwed this up in multiple ways, so I double sped up this footage. I wanted a nice flower arrangement like Disney has, except I wanted it to say Mackenzie instead of just like having a Disney face or a Mickey face because I don't have a mascot. But I spent forever doing the Mackenzie, and then I realized that I had made it too small for the space, so I tried to move it over. And then I realized that I did not flatten out the hill, so the height of all the flowers was specific to, this slope right here. I didn't, like, even it out or anything. It's all janky. So then you'll see me try to fix that with terrain tools after I, like, line this up where I want it to be. See, there's me going like, oh no. So... Here's me trying to fix it, and I just cannot get it to look right. And I'm like, oh, I didn't plan this well. So in a second, I'm just gonna delete it all so I can try it again. So I sped this section up to like 4 times speed rather than 2 times speed. So hopefully if you want me to just delete when I really fuck up and not show you guys, go ahead and tell me that, and I'll keep that in mind for the future. So here I am actually doing, like, level to level, putting out a flat space for me to do my next attempt at the landscaping, at the Mackenzie landscaping. Oh, and yeah, of course, screwing it up a little. That's how I roll. So, I wanted it to be like a nice, completely smooth line, but I just kind of gave up after a little while, and I was like, I'll hide it with a fence and some, like, potted flowers and stuff. So, yeah, that was my plan. And I also decided, we'll see it in a second here, to use the topiary, the, like, the rectangle topiary to spell out Mackenzie, because that's a lot easier than trying to do it with flowers. And hopefully I wouldn't screw it up as much. So, and also I'm trying to do a really cool plaza, like a big, plaza space, even though I specifically chose the red walkways because it reminds me of Disney. The opening space of Disney has, I'm pretty sure, like, red walkways, or at least it does in my memory, and who knows how correct that is. So, but I don't know. I started with a castle theme. I'm sticking with it. I'm nothing if not loyal. Oh, there was me checking to make sure that it was actually still recording because I'd been doing crazy shit for so long and I'm not used to recording my gameplay footage, so, yeah, so here's me trying to hide my failure. Try to fix it a little. With some pink bushes, you know. I really like these pink bushes. They're pretty, and, I don't know, they're worth a lot of scenery points, so I tend to shove them onto queues a lot when I'm trying to do a game where money actually counts. Not this one, though. This is sandbox mode for sure. So, yeah, here I am, like, trying to think this out a little bit more, getting a feel for the space, thinking about how big the letter should be, and also, you know, just trying to put a little more thought into it than I did the first time. So yeah, here I am thinking, like, should I do the flowers again? I try to remember how far I got before I was like, no, I didn't even finish the M. I was like, I need a bigger bush. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, we'll just do the topiary and we'll spell it out like digital clock letters. That'll be better. Yeah, so, yeah, I wanted a nice little, I don't know, is it a set piece, a welcoming thing, like you come in, like a place for people to take pictures of in front of when they come in, like hashtag Mackenzie Park. So that's what this is for. I'm not, like, completely delusional. I don't think that it's real, and I know that the little people can't actually, you know, take selfies, yet. Maybe someday. But, that's the idea behind it, and, I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do the lettering. I'm not pro, guys. As you can see with me constantly screwing up, like, forgetting to hit the copy part and just moving the topiary pieces around and being like, ah, crap, I have to go back. So, yeah, and then occasionally I'm like, wait, did I spell my middle name right? Somebody please help me. I still think the K looks a little wonky. I might go back and try to fix that. But, like, I don't know, it's not quite as, somebody who knows how to spell with topiary letters, please help me. Yeah, so I wanted to do, like a really big fancy park. I wanted to spend my time on each and every piece of it, and I usually kind of get bored of it eventually if I'm just doing it for myself. So, because, like, eventually, you know, the existential ennui sets in, and I realize that I'm spending all this time on something nobody's ever gonna see. So that's kind of the impetus for this channel and this idea of actually showing people, you know, my Planet Coaster park, and, like, I don't know if anybody's even gonna watch this. I mean, probably not. I don't think Planet Coaster channels are really that popular anymore, but, like, I'm obsessed with it. So to me, that's all that matters. So yeah, here I am struggling with the N. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. There we go. That's the park motto. Good enough. Oh, it looks so derpy. Fuck. I should probably go back and fix this a bit. But will I? That's the question. One moment, I'm taking a sip of coffee. Also, I apologize that my microphone is crappy. I promise I have a better one. I just can't find all the cables for it, and my husband is at work, and I don't want to... I don't want to call him and be like, honey, help me with my derpy YouTube video. for that video game I'm always playing that, annoys you. Okay, so then I realized, oh shit, it doesn't line up anymore. And, but since I actually had some forethought and I flattened everything out, I can move it around and it won't it won't completely screw it up in there. There's me, the little zoom is me being like, yes! Yeah! I fucking did it! Oh! Also, sorry, I swear, I know that, like, Planet Coaster is generally a family-friendly kind of thing, and that I probably shouldn't swear. That's just me. Like, I've made YouTube channels and, like, and a podcast before, and every time I do, people are like, oh, I really like your content, but why do you swear so much? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Sorry. But I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Even if I try not to, it's gonna slip out anyway. So, I'm also not one to, like, beat myself. I mean, I don't know. Like, doesn't YouTube, I don't know how YouTube, like, works. I don't know if I'm gonna get demonetized, but I'm not worrying about monetizing anyway, because this is just me posting some silly sim stuff. That's my phone. That's my husband. My phone is all the way over there. If I get up, I'm gonna bump the microphone around. And I'm not savvy enough to pause it easily. Anyway, it's gonna beep again in a minute. That's just how my phone works. Like, if I don't check it after it beeps, it's like, hey! Got a message. So I was gonna make this, like, really neat and pretty. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just fill it all in with flowers and the not flowers. That'll be what stands out. So I really like these, I think they're dahlia flowers. I think that's what they are. I don't know. They're really pretty for how cheap they are. Although on this playthrough it's Sandbox, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I really like how much the flowers are, they stand out in the bush. Excuse me. And then I realized that I derped up on the E and covered it up too much, so I gotta fix that. So, yeah, this is... I know that there's, like, cool park-specific words for, all this stuff. I'm not a pro, though. I'm just me, making things that I think are cool. So this is the... I don't know. This is what greets guests when they come in to the park. Here I am trying to vary it up a little. Although usually, a lot of the time I'm, like, too lazy, so everything, like, along the bottom there, it looks really samey, but I'm sorry, I'm not that good at Planet Coaster. I'm not that detail-oriented. I am pretty detail-oriented. I do like to have a pretty park. See, there it goes again. I don't know if you can even hear it or if I sound like a crazy person because this mic is not that good. Disney has a clock, in the topiary. It's what do you call that? Like a gardening thing. They have a clock down there. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna put a clock on mine. But I couldn't figure out how to make it work, like, in the thing. So I was like, yeah, I'll put it up above. And I really love these little, It's a Small World style clockwork guys, and so I can never find a place to put them, but hey, what do you know, they can fit right there. I wanted to put benches right up against it, but then I remembered that I put the pathing all funky underneath, so I was like, well, that's not gonna happen. And then, on top of, being like, oh, I want guests to, like, come and take a picture here, I also remembered that in Disneyland, they have characters out there in front of the, what am I doing? Oh. What? I saved it as a blueprint because I was going to delete it because I wanted to figure out where it was so I could put down the entertainment points. Okay. Sorry, I forgot what the hell I was doing. I wanted Disney. Disney has their characters come out in front of the Mickey, flower pot. I'm sure that if you're watching this and you know what it's called, you're, like, screaming it at the screen, and I'm sorry, I wish I could hear you. out in front of the giant Mickey made of flowers, they always have characters out there. So I wanted to put some character points out here, and I decided that since I'm already going for a castle theme, that I would do the Princess... Is it Princess Amelie? I think? Or Ariel or something like that. And King Coaster. Those are the 2 points. And I wanted them to match, and I really wanted them not to have the railing on it, but I couldn't get the one on the right to not have the railing on it, so I ended up just making the one on the left have the railing on it, and I wanted to make it like a little themed kiosk area. I don't know, like a little meet and greet spot, because that's how it works in Planet Coaster. If you don't want them just wandering around. So I decided to make it pretty, and I was like, oh, I'll put a arch over it, but they're all freaking huge, and they'd cover up that topiary that I worked so hard on, so no, that's not gonna work. So I settled on these little, I don't know, they're like vintage, light bulb things. Archways. I'm really eloquent and witty and charming, as you will soon discover. If you haven't already. And, talking about what I'm doing constantly, is kind of silly, and I'm not used to it yet, so I will try. I'm trying my best. And of course, when I can be lazy, I will, and I was like, oh crap, they're not actually the same size. Well, good enough. Better save that shit, yeah! So, yeah. And then of course, if I've got the character spots, I gotta slap down some characters. So I gotta make sure that I make their work rosters so they don't wander off. And I thought maybe if I turned the camera around, then she would turn around, but no, of course not. Of course it's not that simple, so I gotta wait for her to turn away, and then tell her, hey, work there, so now she's there forever, and you can never leave. JK. I build them a break room eventually. So, I would have preferred to have the actual, like, king that's in the game, but, King Coaster's the best that I can get, and I wanted to have benches right up against it, but yeah, I forgot that eventually I just delete these benches, because it looks goofy to not have the thing there. Yeah, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I should work on some lighting. So I'm putting up some torches, because we all know castles only have torches for lighting. Oh, when do I do it? When do I put... There we go. It's time for some night lighting. So I was gonna go for, these, but... Oh, no, I guess I do go for those. I also go for some spotlights for on the castle itself. And, that's one thing that, I've learned from watching all of my, Planet Coaster Let's Plays. You gotta make sure shit looks good at night. Because that's where you get the prime screenshots. Although it takes me like 7 of these videos before I figure out how to get my UI to go away to take some nice shots of my stuff. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It's gonna look creepy. So, and then I also, I'm like trying to do some spotlighting, trying to make it look cool and, theatrical. That's, I was a theater kid, that's my background. JK, only in like high school. And anyway, also, in Disneyland, everything on Main Street has, they call them fairy lights in the UK, which is, where geekism is from, and so that's what I'm used to calling them now. We normally call these Christmas lights, yeah, like, cause we don't use them unless it's Christmas, but, this is something that they have at Disneyland, where, like, everything has, Christmas lights along the edge, no matter what season, they're always white, and it looks pretty, and I like it. And I was like, oh, maybe I should light up my characters, but then it looked a little too harsh, so I'm like, I'll just put some lampposts up here, get some nice orange light, nice and, cozy looking. Sorry, my throat's killing me. I'm not used to talking. I haven't done a podcast in years. And I also wanted some nice orange light to be coming out from inside the station so that it looks cozy at night. So you look up and you're like, oh, that looks nice. That looks cozy. I'd like to go into there. Yep, so that's it. That was my build. Oh gosh, I did not record any nice ending footage, so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. There will be a lot more to come because I've already recorded it, and I will also be doing a Sims 4 Let's Play very soon. So, hopefully you enjoyed this, and, yeah, I don't know. Subscribe and like and all that, and I'll see you next time.